Alrighty, welcome back everybody to day number 3 of our solo adventure in Dune Awakening. If this is your first time tuning into this series, right now we are in the process of moving all of our belongings from our starter base, and we are making the journey across the open sand into the Vermilius Gap where our freshly built main base awaits for us. There it comes. Imagine we get devoured here by the sandworm and we just lose everything. That would be so tragic. Alright, here we go. Hostile territory once again. Yeah, in case you haven't watched day 2, I got my butt kicked pretty bad the first time I came here. I had just built this sand bike and the journey quest said to head up north here to the Vermilius Gap. Once I got here, the next quest was to set up another base, which ended up being not as easy as it sounds because I had a big dehydration problem. But once I got my base up and running, I was told to abandon my starter base that I made on day 1, but I didn't want to do that because I had all my loot there and would be forced to abandon it. So I did have to go back and pick up all my stuff, and right now that's where we are. Just want to get back to our base safe and sound. The second trip here definitely going much smoother than that first time. That first time was just a true survival experience. Everything was going wrong. Here it is, home sweet home. Officially moving into our brand new base of operations. Just gonna go ahead and quickly unpack all of our inventory and set up a few essentials around our base. Dehydration was a massive issue in the last episode. I wasn't really familiar with this area when I built this base, so I ended up building kind of far from some dew flower. We're gonna set up multiple blood purifiers so that we don't have to worry about water. Let's deposit some of this blood we have and start converting it to water. We'll also feed some fuel cells to the generator. Got 9 days on the decay timer, very nice. Now that our starter base has been cleared out, we can finally complete this current quest of abandoning our first base. Thank you, old base, for protecting me on my first day on Arrakis. You'll be missed. Oh, we're already being asked to complete the second trial. It feels like we just did the first one not too long ago. We're gonna put that quest on hold just for now because I do want to focus on this next section in the journey system, the Vermilius Gap. This section here is all about getting ourselves acclimated to this new area. I feel like we would really benefit from doing it now. So we already did the first quest here, which was just to move our base. Now we'll move on to the second one, which is preparing for life in Vermilius. This one says, the salvage metal Cuttaray has gotten me this far, but it almost feels useless when mining ironstone. I need to upgrade it using the copper I've collected. Nice, so we'll finally be able to actually mine those iron stones that we've been seeing around. Let's get it, Cuttaray MK1. So up until this point, I've just been letting the journey system kind of dictate when I should craft new things like benches or new weapons or armor and all that kind of stuff. But I think this time I'm just gonna get ahead of the quest and just research the recycler right now. This item is gonna allow us to dismantle old items and we'll get some materials back. Since we're gonna be upgrading a lot of our current equipment, this is the perfect time to get this so that we get some materials back. Let's get our brand new Cuttaray and we'll recycle the old one. Look at that animation for all these benches, really cool. We get some salvage metal. All right, not bad. Let's go finish this next quest, refine some iron ore. Wasn't able to mine this in the last episode, but now we got the right equipment. Nice. Just gotta refine the iron ore now. And just realized to refine the iron ore, we also need some water, so it's not as cheap as copper because water is hard to come by right now still. Next quest, research a Holtzman shield. I wonder what that is for. It's a personal shielding device that can be manually toggled on and off to deflect incoming darts and blades at the cost of power from a power pack. And then it says when a Holtzman shield is equipped, it needs to be manually activated. The shield will deactivate when firing a ranged weapon. After a short time, it will automatically reactivate. So what would be the difference then between the Holtzman shield and the deflection ability that I have here? Which one's better because they both kind of protect you from darts. Alright, moving on to the next one. The deserts of Arrakis are vast and varied in their shape and color, and even the very sands themselves have different characteristics. I must learn to identify the various types of sands and what resources I can gather from them. So we're gonna need to research the handheld resource scanner. Alright, got the scanner. Now we'll fabricate it. Don't have enough iron ingots, so we are gonna go for a quick farm run. I just realized when I was looking at the decay timer that we haven't paid any taxes. And I read up some of the consequences for that, and apparently if you don't pay taxes, the government of Arrakis can turn off your shield, they can send an army to destroy your base, and something else. Definitely don't want that happening, so we'll definitely get that taken care of. As you can see, overdue 10 days. Don't want the Dune IRS coming here. Just making a big ironstone run right now, just because I did peek ahead in the journey steps, and I saw that we are going to be upgrading our weapons soon and armor. This area here, a lot of ironstone. At least now we know where to come. Got our handheld resource scanner. Now we're being asked to locate a flower sand field using a scanner. We gotta gather 20 and then refine it into silicone blocks. Not enough power. I do have this MK1 power pack that I looted yesterday from one of the chests. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. Guess the other one just wasn't powerful enough. Let's try now. Okay, so I wandered around for a good bit, just scanning the edge of the sand here, and nothing was really happening. So I'm gonna go back to base, pick up our sand bike, and try and go deeper into the sand. Let's see if this will work. Hopefully I don't get eaten by the sandworm. Got a message here. It says, be aware of quicksand and drum sand hazards on the open sand. Quicksand can be fatal and drum sand will attract the worm. See, when I scan here, a marker comes up right over there. That's kind of far into the sand. I feel like I would get eaten by the sandworm. Okay, let's see if this works. Looked up some information online. These steaming areas like this could have sand. Let's see. Yes, it works. So press E to harvest. Very slow. So if you're a struggling noob like me, just look for an area like this that's kind of steaming. Use the scanner and then go to it, press E. Alrighty guys, so my recording ended up getting cut off when I set up this new machine here. This is the small chemical refinery. This is the new machine that we're going to use to process the sand into silicone blocks. Before we can do that though, we have to go out and once again collect some water, because that's one of the requirements to make silicone blocks, just like the iron ore. Looking up ahead, I am so excited for the next journey step, because this one's gonna help us with our water issue that we just keep having. As you can see here, it says water continues to be an issue, but the research manual mentions a special purpose device known as a dew reaper. Dew reapers can be used to pull dew from flowers. Right now, the way that we get our water is by extracting it from NPCs and then converting it to water. And yeah, that's a big improvement over just drinking it from dew flower, but it's still not that efficient because we gotta wait for it to convert to water, and a lot of the stuff that we need to process, like the silicone blocks and the iron ingots, it takes water, so it runs out really fast, and we also need to be able to drink it to survive. So yeah, that dew reaper method, it's gonna be a game changer. We're gonna get more bang for our buck. Ooh, what are those? Some new shoes? Yeah, this is the next set of armor. We'll put these on now since we're going to be upgrading our armor real soon anyway. Got plenty of blood. I'm sure this will be enough to finally complete this journey step. We've been at it for a good while. It's taken way longer than it should have. That's weird. There's no power going to any of my blood purifiers. Is it because I haven't paid my taxes yet? Okay, quick Google search tells me I might need to add a second field power generator. I think when I added the small chemical refinery, I just have way too much running. So we need a second one. Let's see if this will work. Put some fuel cells. Yes. Alright, base is up and running once again. Got spooked. I thought the Dune IRS was coming after us. There it is. Finally finished with this one. Now we finally get to solve our water issue. Gonna need to research and fabricate a dew reaper and litter john. We actually already picked up a dew reaper in the last episode in one of the camps. We'll go ahead and research it anyways. I've been waiting for an item like this since day one, just a container to carry water. It's gonna make our lives much easier. All right, next order of business. We gotta go reap some dew flower at nighttime. I know just the spot. We'll also try and be productive and make this a farm run because we are running low on copper. And of course, we'll mine some iron stone as well. This time we got the bike, so we'll be able to carry much more. One thing that I've learned about Dune Awakening the past 3 days of playing is that resources run out really fast. There's just a lot of farming to be done in this game. Something else I should have done, I should have crafted 2 leader johns. That's another thing that I've learned about Dune Awakening. One container or one bench is never enough. You need multiple. All right, nighttime is officially upon us. Let's get some water. I do gotta say, using the Dew Reaper is very satisfying. I know that description said the best time to farm dew was during dawn, but I don't really feel like waiting that long, so we're just doing it now. While we're here, might as well just get all of our hydration back up and just refill the container. Really cool that we can drink from this. Unfortunately, not going to be able to fill it all the way back up because our power pack just broke. It's alright, we got enough water to at least complete this quest. We need to set up a water cistern, and this is just a water container that can be set up in our base so that other benches can use the water in it. This water cistern is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. We'll place it right here. For some reason, I thought it'd be as big as this machine. We are officially done with that quest. Now it is time to upgrade our weapons. Gotta research a standard sword. So this one's gonna be different than the short blade we've been using. Utilizes sweeping attacks that can help deal with multiple foes. Can penetrate shields. Nice. Yeah, thankfully we have the parts. Let's upgrade. We gotta kill 15 enemies with the sword after. Damn, that's a lot. Let's try it out. I'm excited because we do got to work on our short range combat. Actually, before we go, just looking over the quests here in the Vermilius Gap, there's this one under maintenance, which says to repair some items, and we desperately need to do that because our power pack just broke. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to this one real quick so that we can repair that item. Here's the repair station, machine that can restore lost durability in items. Each time an item is repaired, its maximum durability decreases. Repairs require appropriate materials and schematics. This bench, kind of pricey. I don't even think we should repair this item. Cause looking here, there is a power pack MK2. This is the one that we're trying to repair right now. This one's the copper ingot one, and this is the iron ingots. So this one's better. It's gonna require a few more particle capacitors. I think we should learn this one. Yeah. Let's do it. So instead of repairing this power pack, I'm just gonna go ahead and repair maybe the Dew Reaper, since we'll be using that a lot. That's the one we found, just to be able to complete this journey step. Let's get our newly upgraded power pack. I think it's completely worth the 5 particle capacitors because this thing will power all of our technology. We'll finish off this maintenance journey step, just gotta recycle 10 items. Alright, all done with that maintenance one. Now we'll go back to the weapons of war. Didn't even notice this, but I have a blood extractor MK2 already. I don't have the recipe learned, so I must have picked it up somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this improvised one, which is the first one we used. Just gonna go ahead and recycle it, get some salvage metal back. Now, let's go kill 15 enemies. Ooh, very laggy. Oh man. Sandstorm. Let's do a little test, see what the longsword has to offer. Gotta remember to always activate the shield. And the cool thing about this sword is that you can hit multiple enemies at the same time. We get so much blood with this new extractor. Nice. Ooh, I could do that. I should really look into learning some more skills. You know what? Let's take a look at those right now while we're at it. I had one of my viewers actually recommend this attack here, Retaliate. You enter a heightened state of awareness, and when next attack, you parry and counter attack. It bleeds and damages your enemy. We'll try it out. They did say that this is a much more forgiving way of blocking attacks instead of having to get the timing right when you parry. We'll get rid of deflection since we already have the Holtzman shield, and I feel like it works better. So whenever we're about to get hit, we press C, and it's kind of like a parry. Got some new pants. Heavy pants this time. I wonder what the differences are between light and heavy armor in this game. Got a few NPCs over there. Let's take them out. Ooh. Look at that. So that's how you get particle capacitors. Nice. I thought I was gonna have to go back to that other territory. Or said then I was worrying about using up all of our particle capacitors. Just steal it from their bikes. Got another group just like that over there. Okay, that is officially my favorite camp. The sand bikes. One more and we should be good. Alright, that's the last one. Let's go. Oh, what was that? Oh, how am I able to do that? I randomly just pressed the space bar and I'm able to levitate. We gotta look into that. Was that always a thing and I just had no idea that I could press the spacebar to not take fall damage? Because I know that there's an item like this, the passive suspender belt, which you guys told me about in the first episode. This item is supposed to prevent you from taking fall damage, but I haven't even unlocked it yet. Alright guys, so I just looked over my recording and as it turns out, we actually looted this leaf suspender belt from one of the broken sand bikes that we just looted. And this is what's actually allowing me to levitate when I hit the space bar. I was so confused the first time we levitated back at the camp. I just thought we had been able to do that this entire time and I never realized it. But as it turns out, it was just the suspender belt. Just gonna go ahead and research it now so that we can repair it whenever it breaks. Okay, moving on now. Gonna need to research and fabricate the Standard GRDA 44. This one's gonna be a new gun, never used it before. Wow, look at the damage per shot. Our car pump does 7.6. This one does 64 damage. Gonna need to take out another 50 more enemies. Just to keep things interesting, we're gonna go scout another camp up here, just so that we get to learn the area around us. All right, let's get this one right here. So it's a 3-shot kill. 2-shot kill to the head. Another blood extractor. So these guys could drop some decent loot from this tier. Saves us the components and we can just repair them. Now it's much easier to compete with these guys when we're caught up to their tier. And we don't even have their armor yet. This new suspender belt, total game changer. Look at this. We can jump higher too, not just avoid fall damage.
Shield on. There's someone here. Eyes on target.
Let's get some more water too while we're at it. Already at max capacity, no way. You just get so much water at this time of the night. New location discovered. Oh, one hit, okay. Oh, bad idea. There we go, finally used that thing correctly, the C skill. This gun just wrecks in close combat. It's nice to have it, but long range, and I need a different one. There's the intel points. What is that? Complex machinery. First time picking that up. Things are getting so much fun now as we progress and get comfortable with this area. I love this suspender thing. Looking over here at the skills, I thought I'd be using the claw more, but I realized I hardly use it. I think what I really wanted was more that suspender ability. So we might just trade this for another attack. This retaliate one, really cool, helped us take down those 2 shielded enemies. So we'll definitely leave that. What about this long blade damage? This might be good to learn. We'll learn this just so that we can do a little bit more damage. Eye of the Storm. It says you become a whirlwind of piercing damage that cuts everything around you. While seemingly chaotic, the Swordmaster maintains calm, the eye at the heart of the storm. Alright, we're learning this. Let's see this Q ability. Ooh, flashy.
They're here.
Ooh. Let's try the Q. That's epic. Let's make our way here now, get these intel points. Was a bit reckless right there, just kind of hoping I can tank all those shots. Look what we got here. Our favorite parts, capacitors. Oh, let's go, let's go. Oh no. Come on. Out of stamina. Oh. Dang. That was a brutal death. Well, lesson learned. I completely forgot that the suspender runs on power, but I had no power because I was using the shield the entire time. It completely drained the power pack. Do want to go back up here, get the intel points, and finish this quest. There we go. Quest complete. Here's the intel. Good exploration so far, guys. We're really starting to get to know the area around our base. Slowly but surely starting to feel like home once again. So continuing with the weapon upgrades, we now have to research and fabricate a standard Disruptor M11. Same task as before, we gotta go kill 15 enemies with this gun. Before I head out though, I am gonna research these medium blood sacks, because we're filling up the small ones really fast now. Also gonna research the blood extractor so that I can repair the one that I have right now. Crazy, didn't even notice I picked this up earlier, but actually ended up picking up a sandbike booster. Definitely gonna swap this one in, but I'll still carry the inventory module in my bag just in case we need to carry stuff. Let's go see what's over there. We'll try out this booster, let's see how much faster it is. Alright. That's pretty fast. Let's try out the new gun. Got a shield. Okay, that took way too many bullets. The range is kind of weird on this gun. It feels like I should be able to shoot from far away, but I gotta get to like medium range. That's weird. It's like none of the shots are landing. Oh. Let's go. I don't know if I like this gun. It feels like the previous gun, the shotgun, had better range. I gotta be really up close with this one. I also have to use so many bullets that I'm actually out of ammo right now. Gotta make some more. Something in here. Are we gonna get poisoned? No. Oh, yes we are. So we can go in there. Probably need some kind of mask.
I see someone.
So far, the spinning ability, one of the coolest one by far. Just a few more and we should be good. 2 more. Got some gloves this time. There it is, last one. Took a good while to get all 15 of those NPCs. Yeah, sadly I don't think I'll be using this gun very much. It's just not very efficient at taking down these NPCs. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Once we get back to base, gonna be crafting up some new armor now, finally, for this tier. Here it is, we gotta make ourselves the heavy armor. There's also the scout armor, a set of light armor which provides basic protection. A heavy one that we're supposed to craft, it provides high level of protection against darts but is weak to blades and provides no protection from the elements. Interesting. So which one's better, guys? Let me know in the comments, please. I see what happened now. I'm sorry, guys. I should have read the description for this gun. As it turns out, the Disruptor doesn't actually suck. I was a problem. I was using it wrong. The whole purpose of this gun is just to take down shielded enemies. Apparently it fires darts at different speeds to help disrupt the Holtzman shield that they're using. So yeah, it's not gonna work as good against non-shielded enemies. Makes perfect sense. I should have read the description. But yeah, gotta craft the heavy armor now. Let's see which pieces we have. We just have the pants, which are about to break, and that's pretty much it. Mainly just picked up scout armor in those camps. We're gonna have to craft the 4 other pieces. Ooh, actually we're kind of lacking the microflora, so we're not gonna have enough to be able to craft a set. Just enough for 1 piece. I did a quick Google search and apparently the microflora, we can only pick it up at shipwrecks. Looking around here in the Vermilius Gap, I don't really see any. The only one that I know is back in the Saga basin down here, so we might have to make a trip there. One thing that I can do to avoid having to go down to the Saga basin is to try and recycle some of our old armor, the scavenger set, and this should give us back some microflora, so we'll recycle that. I also found some heavy boots that I must have picked up at one point. They were in my storage containers, so that's 1 less piece of armor that we have to craft. We'll just repair it. The scavenger pants, we'll recycle those. Scavenger gloves, and the scavenger chest piece. I'll even do the scout boots as well. And after all that, we have just enough for the heavy chest piece. I think last thing we need are just the gauntlets. This requires 3 microflora fiber. But we'll still need to make the journey down to the shipwreck in the Saga basin. But that's okay, because we were going to go down there anyways to the trade post there to pay our taxes. I was looking at the journey steps, and that's actually one of the missions for the miscellaneous category. We have to travel to Harco village, and there we can pay our taxes and also deposit some money in the bank. So we'll get this taken care of. I'm sure there's probably a way closer location that I can go to for the taxes and for the shipwreck, but those are the only ones that I know right now, so that's all we got. Thankfully we have this new booster. We're able to travel a little bit faster now. Still though, it's just as terrifying to cross this open sand. This sandworm just gives me so much anxiety every time.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes. Never been to any of these cities, but I kind of like the sound of Harco village. Ooh, that's kind of expensive. Harco village. It does not look as friendly as it sounds. Let's actually go ahead and track this journey step too. First we gotta find where the tax people are. Really feels like I'm in some dystopian world. Yeah, this looks like the place.
Welcome, fellow citizen. How is it that the Imperial Tax Administratum can assist you today?
Want to pay my taxes. We'll pay total. I want to be free from this bill. Now I just gotta deposit some money in the bank and we'll be good to go. I wonder what's better, to keep our money in the bank or to keep it in our storage boxes.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
Let's do 5,000 just so that it's safe. Now we'll go back to our old journey step that we're trying to complete here. So much to explore here, but I don't really got the time for that. I'm committed to upgrading our armor first. Flying back to the Saga basin, gonna go pick up that flora at the shipwreck. Already explored and cleared out this entire shipwreck on day 1. So right now we're just gonna speedrun our way through it with the shotgun. We're just here to collect the microflora fiber.
I see someone.
These enemies are much weaker than the ones at the Vermilius Gap. The shotgun just smokes them. 1 shot kill. Ended up with 20 microflora fiber. Not bad. I think I've looted all the containers here. Let's get out of here. Back to base. Oh, that is so nearby. Oh, we might be dead here. That's the closest we've ever been to one. Ooh, that was scary. Not too bad. Didn't take very long getting back and forth. And most importantly, we paid our taxes. So there's no risk of the Dune IRS coming after us here. All right, let's craft that last piece of armor. We need the gauntlets. All right, check it out, guys. Fully geared and ready to take on whatever else the Vermilion Scab has to offer. It was a struggle at first, but I think we've done a decent job acclimating to this new area. I've been at this for a couple hours now, so I think this is a good point in the journey to end this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all back here for day number 4. Let's keep the progression going. I'll see you guys then. Take care.